Hello, everybody, and welcome again. This is our last live session this month, and we welcome you all to Donkey Studios. Thank you for joining us for our final Bottoms Down live stream class for January. I'm Nerdy Mickey, and I see a lot of new names that have joined us. Welcome. So we'll go through a little bit of housekeeping here. As I do my best to produce this live stream class and moderate the Q&A session. Once again, thank you for bearing with us as we continue to learn how everything works with our live streaming effort. We've learned a lot this month, and I think we can improve the next chance we get to live stream, which will not be too long in the future. And without further delay, let's get started.
Hello, and welcome to Bottoms Down. We are doing chair yoga for everyone together as a group, which is so much fun. We are going to start today in a seated position, and then we will come into a standing, and then we will come back to seated. But just remember, if ever you want to just stay seated, that is absolutely fine. Okay, so let's begin by grounding our feet to the earth. We're going to take just a moment to feel that those feet on that floor equal weight. We're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair, feel those abdominals engage, and feel those sits bones on that chair, right? So take a moment to feel that connection. Our hands are going to rest lightly on our thighs, and we'll flip our palms up towards the ceiling. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. And we're just going to breathe our natural breath here. Now let's go ahead and elongate that breath. We'll inhale a little more deeply and exhale a little more completely. And then let's just breathe normally. We're going to continue with that breath, but we're going to move it down into the diaphragm, that belly breath. As you inhale, the belly extends. We are filling our lungs from the bottom up. And as you exhale, pull the belly button into the spine, actively pushing the air up and out of the lungs. Let's do that a couple more times. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. Just one more breath here. All right, let's bring our hands back down to our thighs and open our eyes. Nicely done. We're going to bring our hands back behind our head. Extend your thumbs down and give your back of your neck just a little bit of a massage there. All right, now, don't round the back, but we're going to drop our chin and we're going to drop our elbows towards our lap. So I'm holding on to the back of my head, but I'm not pulling and I'm not tugging. All right, let's lift up, and we're going to do that again. It's just for the neck. We're not getting that upper back stretch. We're just working on that neck stretch. I'm giving myself that little massage back behind me. All right, now just drop the chin only. Bring those elbows down towards your lap. Don't pull on that head. Just let the weight of your hands and that gravity give you a little more stretch. One more breath. Drop the hands down to the lap, and let's roll our shoulders. All right, let's reverse that shoulder roll. Nicely done. So we're going to move into some pelvic tilts. I call these pointy bones on the edges of the pelvis. You'll hear me refer to those as your hip tips. So we're going to take those hip tips and we're just going to rock them towards our shoulders. Okay, so you'll feel a little rounding, kind of like cat pose, right? Maybe not quite as intense as a cat pose. All right, now we're going to take those same hip tips and we're going to rock them towards our knees as we lift our chin slightly and kind of squeeze our shoulder blades back behind us. And let's do that again. Rock those hip tips towards the shoulders, letting that upper body round a little bit, tucking the chin, and then pelvic tilt forward. One more time. Rock those hip tips towards the shoulders. Feel that rounding of the spine. And then we're going to rock those hip tips towards our knees. One more breath and release that. Nicely done. We'll move into a mountain pose. Our arms are going to come down by our side. We're going to, excuse me. We're going to bring our arms down by our side, spread those fingers nice and wide, point those fingertips down towards the floor, actively pressing down. We're going to move into our goalpost arms. We'll squeeze our shoulder blades back behind us. Belly is tight. And then we're going to go ahead and extend our mountain up to the ceiling. Shoulders are down out of the ears. We're going to come back to those goalpost arms. Now, I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to bring it across, rotating, trying to touch that left hand. And then I'm going to bring that arm open, and then I'll bring the opposite arm across, and I'm trying to touch that hand. And let's bring that arm open and bring your hands down and roll your shoulders. So as we move into that rotation, what I want you to think about is not bringing this hand forward, just making this arm come across, right? So we tend to want to bring that hand forward to touch. Doesn't matter if it doesn't touch, but I want you to keep that arm back. Okay, we're going to start from the beginning of that in our mountain pose, spreading those fingers, pushing those fingertips down towards the floor. Heart is lifted, shoulders are back, actively in our mountain pose. We'll come to our goalpost arms or our goddess arms, squeezing our shoulder blades back behind. Think about engaging your abdominals here. Let's go ahead and extend our mountain up to the ceiling. Pull the shoulders down. Try to touch the ceiling with the fingertips, but shoulders come down. We're going to come back to those goddess arms. Now, this time, that right arm's going to come across. Remember, don't bring that left arm forward. And open it up. And then we're going to do the other side. And we'll open that up, and we're going to bring those hands down, and we'll roll those shoulders again. One final time. It's just nice to roll those shoulders a little bit. Okay, so the next pose is rowing the boat. And there's a few different ways that I row the boat. For today, what we're going to do, you'll notice I'm moving a little bit forward in my chair. What I want us to do is take our oar, and we're going to row to the right. And then we're going to come up. And then we're going to row to the left, okay? So we're just rowing our boat. You'll feel your side waist working. Keep your abdominals engaged. We're going to row and up, and we're going to row and up. Let's do one more like that before we add on. Last one, row and up, and then just take a moment and release. The first add-on is we're going to lift the knee on the side that we're rowing. Okay, so we're going to bring that oar right to the middle. Now, as we row to the right, we're going to lift that right knee up, and up we go. And then we're going to row the other side, and that leg lifts. We row with the leg lift, other side, row with the leg lift. One more on each side, row with a leg lift. Last one, row with that leg lift, and bring those hands down. The final version of that is we're going to row both arms at the same time, and we're going to lift both knees at the same time. You don't ever have to add on, right? If you want to keep doing this version, that's fine. But if you're with me, what we're going to do is we're going to row our arms down, back, and around. Let's do that first, okay? So just feel those arms down, back, and around. Let's do it one more time. Down, back, and around. Now, we're going to lift both knees. Ready? Belly tight. You need to be forward in your chair. Inhale to prepare. Ready? Exhale. Lift, row, and back. Let's do that again. Lift, row, and back. Let's do it again. Lift, row, and back. One more time. Lift, row, and back. Now we're going to switch the direction of the arms. We were doing this, weren't we? Now we're going to lift those arms up and around. Let's do that again. Up and around. Add the knees. Up and around. Let's do that again. Arms up and around. Two more times. Arms up and around. One more time. Arms up and around and release. All right, very well done. Our next pose is humble warrior, warrior one. So we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it nice and wide. And then we're going to drop this left knee down towards the floor. Okay. So you'll notice my knee is straight down. This leg is facing the wall in beside me. And then my gaze is there as well. All right. So we're going to start in a warrior one by bringing our arms up to the ceiling. We'll rotate pinky fingers in and thumbs out as we look up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring our arms back parallel. Now, those hands are going to come back behind you. You'll interlace your fingers and push your knuckles down towards the chair. Lift your heart. We're going to let our heart fall forward. We'll keep our hands in the small of our back for that humble warrior one pose. We'll lift our upper body up and let's just take a break and we're going to stay on this side, okay? We're going to stay on this side. We're going to add, as we come forward, our hands, instead of just letting them rest in the small of our back, we're going to go ahead and lift those arms up, only if it feels okay for you. Okay, so let's do it again. We're going to drop that knee down. We're facing the side, right? We're going to bring our arms to the ceiling for just our traditional warrior one. We'll swing our arms all the way back around behind our back and interlace our fingers, and we'll push our knuckles down. Lift your heart and squeeze your shoulder blades behind, and then we're going to let our upper body sink forward as our hands come up behind us. For 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come all the way back up. Unravel and face forward. So if you've got shoulder issues, you're probably going to want to just leave the hands down in the small of the back. But if you're feeling okay, go ahead and lift those hands up. All right, let's do the other side. So left knee opens and right knee drops. Now I'm facing this other side. We're going to bring our hands to the ceiling. Warrior one pose. Pinky fingers rotate in. Thumbs rotate out as we lift our chin slightly. Bring the arms back parallel. Arms are going to circle around behind our back, interlace fingers, and push your knuckles towards the floor. Lift your heart. Squeeze those shoulder blades behind. Now here's the humble part. We're going to let our upper body sink forward. Keep your hands in the small of your back. One more breath. All right, let's lift our heart up and just take a little break. Okay, we're going to do that again with the lifting of the hands back behind us, okay? So drop that knee down, only if you want to. It's an add-on. Come into your warrior one. Remember, shoulders stay down, belly is tight. Circle those arms around, interlace your fingers behind you. Push those knuckles down towards that chair. Lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades behind. Now, as we come forward, we're going to let those hands come up behind our back instead of resting in the small of the back. One more breath. Go ahead and come all the way back up and release. Very, very well done. Okay, we're going to come to standing beside our chair. So I'm here beside my chair and I'm facing the seat of my chair. So we're going to do a series here, a Vinyasa flow, and I'm going to take us through all of it nice and slow, and then we're going to do it again with more fluidity. So we're going to start in a warrior one. I'm going to take the leg next to the back of the chair, and I'm going to step it under just a little bit. The other leg, I'm going to step back, and my heel is going to come down to the floor, and that foot is at that 45-degree angle. I'm going to rotate my hips to face the chair, and I'll bend my front knee. Bring your hands to your heart. Now pull your belly in as tight as you can, lengthening through that tailbone. Setting up for our warrior one pose, hands to the ceiling. Now we're going to start with our outside hand, and it's going to windmill up and over into our warrior two pose. So in Warrior Two, this knee should track to that second toe. That inner thigh is working to keep that leg open. Your ribs are in the center of the body. Shoulders are down out of the ears, and arms are parallel to the floor. Look over these fingertips here, and we're going to flip that palm to the ceiling. Now let's reverse our warrior up and back. So really feel like you're extending up to the ceiling, and then we're going to reverse our warrior back, and we're going to come back to that Warrior Two. Starting with your back hand, you'll windmill that hand down and around, and we're going to come back to Warrior One. So now my hips are facing the chair again. Make sure that front knee is bent for that Warrior One pose. Now from here, we're going to move into pyramid. So we're going to straighten our front leg, hinge forward over that chair, and we're going to place our hands in the seat of the chair and let our heart fall forward. Now we're going to bend the knee and come back to that Warrior One and then step out of it. So we have a couple more poses that I'm going to add, but let's do this series on the other side before we add those last two poses. Okay, so let's come here and we're going to do that same thing on the other side. So remember, the leg next to the back of the chair, that's the one you want to step under. Okay, so if you step the other foot, it's very confusing. So make sure you've got the leg next to the back of the chair is the one that's stepping under. Bend the front knee, that back heel is down and that foot is at that 45 degrees, okay? Hips face forward, hands to the ceiling. All right, we're ready for that Warrior One. Lengthen up, fingertips to the ceiling, belly tight. Move to that Warrior Two. You can move your feet. It's okay, right? It's fine. Make sure this knee tracks to that second toe. Check that your ribs are in the center of the body. Shoulders are down out of the ears. Arms are parallel to the mat. I know, a lot to think about. This is our front hand now. We're going to flip it to the ceiling, and we're going to reverse our warrior up and back. Let's come back to Warrior Two. Back hand initiates the movement down and around to our Warrior One. Front knee is bent. Hips are facing your chair. Straighten your front leg, and we're going to get ready for pyramid pose. Lengthen out over that chair. Bring your hands to the seat of the chair and let the heart fall. Pyramid pose. Bend the front knee, come back to that Warrior One, and step out of it. Okay. We're going to come back to the other side of our chair again. Now, what we're going to add is pretty significant. So I want to show you real quick. We'll be doing the same thing we just did. We'll be in our pyramid pose right here. So from here, just watch me real quick, and then we'll do it all together. We're going to bring that front foot back, and we'll come into a downward facing dog. Now, downward facing dog, you don't have your forearms in the chair. It's just your hands, okay? And we're going to let that heart fall forward. So a downward facing dog. Now, from here, we're going to bring our weight forward into a plank pose. And we'll do a chaturanga. So chaturanga is just push-ups, right? Lower and lift, lower and lift. Now, I want to show you a couple of options. So first option is, so we'll be in our down dog. Now, when you bring that weight forward, maybe what you want to do is bring that front foot forward a little bit to give you some support. Okay, that's fine. I just still want the shoulders, hips, and ankles to be in alignment. So even if you have that foot there, you've still got those hips in alignment with the shoulders. Now, the second thing you can do is, if this is bothering your wrist, you can rotate those hands out to the side. So here we are, right in plank. We're still going to bend our elbows into the side waist as we do our high to low push-ups, okay? And then we'll step out of that. Okay, so the other thing, one more thing to think about is making sure you're pressing down on your chair and not out. So when we come into that plank pose, those shoulders need to be over the wrist and you need to be pressing down. Make sure the other thing is to double check that maybe your chair's on carpet or on a sticky mat. I just don't want the chair to slide out from under you, okay? So pressing down is going to also help that from happening. Are we ready? We're going to do the whole thing now. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start in our warrior one. Belly is tight. We're going to step that foot under, opposite foot back, heel is down. Hips face your chair, bend the front knee. Bring your hands to heart. All right. Whoops, I almost grabbed my chair, right? I'm glad that my chair was there. All right, here we go. Hands to the ceiling. Now, we're going to rotate to warrior two. Double check your alignment. Reverse your warrior up and back. Stretch that side waist. Come back to your warrior two. Back hand down and around, back to warrior one, facing your chair. Straighten your front leg. Hinge out over your chair into that pyramid pose. Your hands are going to go in the seat of the chair, and your heart is going to fall forward. Bend the front knee, step that front foot back into a downward facing dog. Bring your weight forward into your plank pose. Oh boy, are we ready? Let's do 3 push-ups. Here we go. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. One more time. Lower and lift. Step forward, and roll it up. Nicely done. Other side. You okay? Give those wrists a little rotation here in between. Okay. I know it's challenging. Here we go. Step forward. Other foot steps back. Heel is down. Hips face your chair. Belly is tight. Tailbone is long. Front knee bends. Hands to heart. Extend your hands to the ceiling. All right. Let's move to our warrior two. Flip your palm to the ceiling. Reverse your warrior up and back. Back to our warrior two. Back hand down and around to warrior one. Straighten your front leg. Hinge forward into that pyramid pose. Let that heart fall. Keep this front hip back. Feel that stretch. Pyramid pose. All right. Are we ready? Let's bend that front knee. We're going to step that front foot back and press into our downward facing dog. One more breath here. All right. Bring your weight forward. Remember, if you want to step forward, you can. We want those shoulders, hips, ankles to be in alignment. All right. Are we ready to chaturanga? Here we go. Elbows bend and lift. Elbows bend and lift. We have one more. Elbows bend and lift. Step forward. Step forward. Roll it up and come back to seated. Whew. That got my heart rate up. I don't know about you. All right. Very nicely done. So we're just going to do a little gentle twist here. So let's take our right ankle and cross it over that left ankle. We're going to take our right hand and place it on the outside of that leg, opposite hand to the chair. We'll extend our spine, pull the shoulder back, and just do a gentle rotation. We have one more breath. Go ahead and face forward and unravel the legs. Now we're going to take that opposite ankle, cross ankle to ankle. This hand is going to go on the outside of that thigh, other hand to the chair. Extend the spine, pull the shoulder back, and rotate. One more breath and release. Let's keep our feet right where they are. We've got this ankle to ankle, nice long spine. Inhale, and we're going to let our heart fall forward on that exhale. And roll it up. That's a great version. If you want to do one add-on, we're going to take that ankle and place it on that knee instead. We'll do a nice long spine inhale and exhale, down we go. Do you feel that? Yeah, I do. Pigeon pose. All right, let's release that. Now keep that left leg where it is. Make that right ankle cross. Lengthen through the spine and let the heart fall forward. Okay, we're going to roll that up. Now your other option, if you like it, your add-on would be ankle. We'll lengthen through the spine and let that heart fall forward. One more breath. All right, nicely done. Let's go ahead and sit back in our chair and get ready for Shavasana pose. Hands resting lightly on the thighs. We'll flip our palms to the ceiling. Close your eyes and just breathe.
Conquer the challenges. Problems arise without waiting for other problems to be solved first. And as a result, you can quickly find yourself managing multiple challenges. When that happens, instead of wrangling all those different problems, empower yourself with a change of perspective. See your task not as addressing an array of negative challenges, but as achieving a single positive outcome. That doesn't materially change the situation. What it does is increase your energy level and enable you to focus your efforts in a consistent, positive direction. With an overarching, desirable objective, all the various challenges become aspects of one larger challenge. As you deal successfully with each aspect, you create momentum in the direction of your goal. In this way, each bit of progress paves the way for more progress. Though your activities change from one issue to another, you're able to remain unwavering in your focus and commitment to a specific outcome. Rather than being pulled apart by multiple problems, bind your efforts and energy together in the service of a specific, meaningful goal. Strategically put the power of intention to work and conquer the challenges, no matter how numerous they may be.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with your right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give your head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for participating today in this final live streaming class. We have now completed 12 classes in the month of January, and I am so grateful to each person who has participated. And many of you have participated more than once, so I really appreciate it. So Nerdy Mickey and I are planning to do some additional live classes at some time in the future, so just stay tuned and we will let you know when. And I encourage everyone to become a Bottoms Down Wellness Community member on our website at bottomsdown.com. We are working hard to provide new and exciting programs for our wellness community, including health and wellness insights from our medical director of wellness medicine, who is a licensed lifestyle medicine physician. You can check out our blogs and also stay tuned for more to come in the next few months. And lastly, if you have social media accounts, please consider following us on Facebook and Instagram. So, all right, let's take a look at our questions.
Yeah, it looks like we have Susan here who has raised her hand. Just a moment, Susan. Let me get you.
Thank you, Carol. My partner and I, we love all your YouTube videos, and we did the 28-day challenge, and you've made a big difference in our lives. So thank you very much. My question is, I have a 5-month-old granddaughter, and when I like to read to her and get down on the mat with her and play, and I can get down no problem, and I can get up, but is not that great. Like I can get up. I don't have trouble getting up, but it's an effort. So are there exercises you could suggest or poses I could work on that would help me to be able to get up more easily? Especially if I've been sitting crisscross down with her for some time, I'm like, ooh, it's a little hard to get.
It's interesting because we worked on hips yesterday in my in-person classes, and this morning when we were just now doing pigeon pose, I was like, whoa, I feel that. So, the thing is, we just keep moving. So, in answer to specifically your questions about, being able to get up and down out of the floor, anything that we do for strength building. So all of our warrior poses are all about building leg strength. And we also want that core to be strong. So we did that row your boat, which works on those core muscles, lifting those knees up. So that's also something that will help. So, and balance obviously is another important one to keep in mind. So honestly, it's all about keeping that movement and being able to, whether we get up onto all fours and get up from that direction, or we have to crawl over to a chair and push ourselves up. It's all about continuing to have that strength and that flexibility, and balance is huge. So warrior poses, any balance poses, all of those are going to be, and core poses are going to be super helpful as we all continue to, age and struggle with whatever, getting up and down and that kind of thing. So hopefully that gives you some ideas of some poses, some work to do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'll keep doing them. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, we do have a question from our YouTube subscriber. She says, I usually can't join the live classes, but I love doing them the next day. Do you plan to do more live classes in the future?
Yeah, I've gotten this question a bit, quite a few times, and I think I answered it earlier, but I'll answer it again. Yes. So we are looking at better platforms. We don't think Google Meet is necessarily the best platform to do this. It was just what we could do it with for this month. But we are looking at maybe Facebook or YouTube as being a better platform. The thing about YouTube is you can't really interact. You can leave a comment, but it's not like this where you can actually ask me a question and us talk back and forth. Now Facebook, we think is going to allow for that. So we're going to be doing some good due diligence and try to understand some a better platform in order to do that. We also are thinking about maybe taking a poll and asking you guys, what platform would you like to see? And so that's something that you can, think about for the future. But I don't know, Mickey, did you have anything else because you're kind of the technology guy?
No, I think we're excited to do some testing over the next month or two before we run up another batch of live streaming. And
Okay.
I think we're probably going to try to shoot for April for another batch of live streaming once we get the technology in place.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. Anything else?
No, I think we're good. We have run everybody out, and
Okay.
it's all good.
All right. Well, finally, as we wrap up again, I just want to thank Ralph Marston at greatday.com for allowing us to use his meditations. And stay tuned, more live classes to come. But remember, on Bottoms Down on the YouTube channel, there are hundreds of classes to choose from. I love hearing from all of you, so leave me your comments, and I will see you next time.